Hello everyone, happy Saturday. So today there are millions of humans all over the planet that are walking for freedom, standing up for their rights. And I just wanted to remind us, you and I and whoever else is listening to this, that regardless of your choice, your beliefs and your truths around this thing, okay, we are born as a human with inalienable rights that are ours just for being human. One of those rights that we have that I think a lot of us are forgetting is the right to what we put in our bodies. Again, your choice is your choice. What you choose to do with your body is your choice. What is happening in the collective, in the human collective, is that we are forgetting that we have these rights because there is a narrative that is being told to us that is based in fear. And fear will override logic. Fear is the largest control mechanism that a human has. So if there are authority figures that are creating a narrative based on fear, many humans are going to neglect freedom over not feeling fear. And so I want to remind you today and every day going forward that you have a right to what you put in your body. I have a right to what I put in my body, regardless of what the authority figures are telling me is going on out there in the world. Doesn't matter. What matters is that we remind ourselves that humans have a right. It's called freedom. Freedom to your own body. And what happens with programming, mind control, is that we literally forget that we have these basic human rights when we are controlled so potently by fear and by narratives. We throw away freedom for enslavement. Fear is so controlling that we will allow it to take away our rights and other humans' rights. So right now, the human collective is looking at two narratives. Enslavement, basically. I will give away my basic human rights in order to have the basic human rights I should have, i.e. going to college, going to a restaurant, going to a club or a bar, a movie theater. It's kind of always been our right. Now all of a sudden it's not, unless we do something to our bodies that many of us may not want to do. Regardless of whether you believe the narrative that we're given or not, it shouldn't matter. What should matter is that we should be choosing freedom over enslavement. We should allow every human to choose what they put in their bodies and not take away their freedom if they don't choose what the mainstream narrative around the entire globe is asking every human, demanding every human do. There's something not right, and we're being brainwashed and manipulated and controlled into believing that it makes absolute sense to tell humans that they have to put something in their body, even if they don't want to, in order to have their basic rights back. Again, this is not about it's not about this thing. It's about, are you doing something that you want to do, that you're choosing to do, you feel good about, or are you doing something because you are coerced into it in order to be able to have the freedoms that you have always been able to have? If you give away your freedom like that, we are perpetuating enslavement. And I'm not saying this is easy. None of this is easy. Standing up for our basic freaking human rights might not be easy, but it's necessary. It's necessary. Because we're going to find ourselves in another situation where we'll be up against these same narratives, fear-based narratives that want to enslave us, that want to take away our basic human rights, and we will once again find ourselves having to make the choice of freedom or enslavement. You can do anything you want with your body. Let everybody else do whatever they want with their body. Pay acute attention to the absolute insane mind control and manipulation that is happening right now, where humans actually think it's an okay thing that other humans don't have a right to what they put into their body. Our body is ours and ours alone. Your body is yours. It is the one thing that is absolutely yours and should be hands off. Hands off. And there is nothing out there that is so detrimental that we should give up our freedoms for it. Nothing. Have compassion and empathy for yourself and for all of those other humans out there that are going through this. All of them. The ones that are choosing to follow the narrative, the ones that are choosing not to follow the narrative, the ones that are continuing to be enslaved, the ones that are fighting for freedom. The way we get through this is not to create a divide. The way we get through this is to see what the entire human collective is going through, and for you to choose what feels right to you, for you to choose freedom for you and not anyone else. And for you, freedom may be this thing. Beautiful. Let others choose their freedom. We've got a massive problem when we start watching humans get so mind controlled and brainwashed that they think it's okay that other humans are forced into doing something to their bodies that they don't want to do. This is about freedom and enslavement, and it is time that we all choose freedom. And if we don't do it now, we'll have another opportunity, and then another opportunity, and another opportunity. One last time. This is not about the narrative around this thing. Whether you choose to do it or you don't choose to do it, whether it's the right thing to do or the wrong thing to do, none of that matters. What matters is our basic freedoms. That's what matters. And that's why there are millions upon millions right now walking the streets of their town, their country, their city, their province for freedom. Because when you start to take away the freedoms of humanity in a very blatant and obvious way, it's only going to get louder. We're only going to have to stand up more. Open your hearts. And remember that we get through this. We all get through this. I love you.